Oh, welcome everyone. We are so excited. We are all fit to burst. Welcome to Friday on Crafters TV and welcome to launch day. Oh, it's too early in the morning to be doing that kind of nonsense, isn't it? We are talking Christmas and we have got a brand new launch, the like of which not only have I don't think I've ever seen before, but I don't think Crafters Companion has ever seen a launch like this before. And of course, that can only mean one thing. The lady herself is here to do the big launch. Morning, Sara.
Good morning. Oh, yes, you know what it's like, Derek. I like to pull rank when it's these big launches. Let me tell you, we launched this on HSN on Tuesday, and my word, everyone in America went crazy for it. Our Fiona has been on Create and Craft this morning, had a complete sellout across the board. Everybody's loved it. I cannot wait. We've got 2 hours. It's like a launch day meshed with a masterclass. So much to show you. Derek, we've been like giddy kippers this morning, Derek, haven't we? Loves. You'll have seen them on the little videos that we did. These are what we're going to be making. Now, let me just tell you, if you're a complete beginner, these are perfect. If you're a seasoned crafter, these are perfect. If you're looking for something to do with the kids in the holidays, these are perfect. If you're wanting little gifts to do, these are perfect. No matter what it is, we have got the perfect, honestly, they are just brilliant. And when you see the price on this kit, you are going to totally blow your mind because every single one of you watching right now should be getting this. The only people who won't be getting this today are the ones of you that have already pre-ordered it. Go on, I'll let Derek walk you through everything before I get into the demos.
Yeah, come on, let's reveal, let's get those graphics live, let's officially launch, shall we, right here on Crafters TV, something that is already sold out completely and utterly on Create and Craft this morning. So all of the viewers at Create and Craft that couldn't get hold of the stock at Create and Craft are now waiting at the same door as you to get this collection. So this is the launch of the Festive Giftables collection. It is extraordinary. It's a real innovation in crafting as well. And it's such a cute idea. It feels like this has never been done before. If you want to make gorgeous little characters that are actually functional boxes that you can gift to people, that you can decorate the house with, that you can leave them out. The kids can decorate them. They can put them out for Santa, for as a little treat for Santa on Christmas Eve, for table placings, for around the Christmas table. We always talk about having little table presents for everyone. And maybe crackers aren't your thing. Maybe you want to present something a little bit more special. This is what you need. It's absolutely awesome. I have to tell you, I really want this. I had a basket and a cart full of bits and pieces yesterday. If I'm lucky, and I'll wait to the end of the show, because if it sells out, I'll wait. All of you first, I'll wait to the end. But I really want to get this into my basket as well, because it is absolutely brilliant. Now, let me show you what's in the bundle. It's really simple, this one, dead easy. I would just absolutely add to order right now. You get the worker die, which makes the box, and the box is the absolute, I mean, that's the foundation of all of these gorgeous characters, from Santa to the Robin, all the way through. They're absolutely brilliant. Now, you also get the other die, which is the Jolly Quartet. Now, that is going to make your little penguins and your snowmen as well. That is going to give you all the elements to decorate those up with as well. So you've got to have those. Now, a real essential for this, of course, is a tape pen. And you know, when you talk about tape pens, you talk about swift, you talk about efficient, you talk about something that's fun to do as well. Not lots of fiddly bits as well. Now, you've also got a nice big stamp set in here as well, because you can add amazing tags to these as well, with brilliant little sentiments. You've got things like especially for you, you've got naughty or nice, you've got things like reindeer food and lots more. So as we go through, definitely you will be adding this bundle to your order. It's a brilliant price tag as well, because this will go on for years and years and will always be a fresh, a new idea, the like of which you've never ever seen before anywhere else, which is brilliant. So £38, $47. Sorry, I'm so early into the show, and if it's 3 a.m. in the morning, I'm sorry, we're quite high volume this morning because we are that excited. Now, there's lots of other goodies on the show as well. You know, the tape pens are back in stock, so we've got a wonderful bundle for you this morning, which is 2 of the Dotty tape pens and 2 of those super amazing glue tape pens, which are brilliant. Craig did an amazing demonstration with these yesterday, but you know that they are a crafty essential, only back in stock this week. Looks like they're going to disappear just as quickly as well. $13.97 or $19.89 gets you 2 of the Dotty, oh, is that 4? Yeah, it's 2 of the dotty and 2 of the tape pen, isn't it? Oh, I need another visit to Specsavers, I think. $13.97 in the UK, $19.89 in the US. So a nice little saving there. We've also got embossing folders on the show as well. We got to have a little bit of festive in there, haven't we, as well? And a nice little selection, this one. So a 5-piece set. You've got your 3D embossing folder, which is your twinkling snowflakes, holly vine swirls, sparkling snow, snowflake, wonder, and my favourite, I love it when it goes into a bundle, Rick Rack, because I think it really does say Christmas, doesn't it? It's great for decorating. £13.50, $19.50. Simple and easy. Listen, I can't wait. Let's get started. Let's make some giftables, Sara.
Derek, I don't think I've actually paid you any money since you've worked here, have I not? Nearly all of Derek's wages have come back to the company.
Straight back in. Straight back in. I love it.
You can tell he's a new crafter and we've got him hook, line and sinker, and of course he's seeing the shows every day just getting overexcited. I hope you've got plenty of time to work with all of this new stuff you've been getting though, Derek. Seeing as you're here all the time.
I know.
Right, are you ready for me to get... before I get straight into the demonstration, I'm just going to explain to you what actually you get and how it works, because obviously Derek showed you the different sets, but if I show you what's on them, let's have a look at this. I'll put this on with the red behind it as well so you can see it. So this is the main die set, and in here you get these 2 special worker dies. So it's the worker dies that you need to create the actual box shape. So we're going to be using these for every single box that we do. So if I just show you the little box here, there you go, that's going to create that little box shape. Then the second essential piece is this part here, because how every one of these boxes works is you make the same little box and then you have this little head that goes on the top. So to do the little head that goes on the top, you're going to use that die set there to create the 2 pieces that make the little step over there that go over the head. Okay, so you can see that is what then goes over top of this part here. Now, then whether you make him into Santa Claus, or whether you make him into Rudolph, or whether you want to make him into a penguin, or any of the other animals that we've got, those are all the extra accessory pieces. So you can see on the main set, you've got Santa Claus's head, you've got his beard and moustache and his little belt, you've got the reindeer antlers on here, you've got, if you want to do the little elf, see this is you can see on the instructions here, this does the little bit around the elf, or you can do it around his chest. All these different options come within that section. But then we actually have this extra die set here, which we've included as well in the set. So that is if you want to turn him into a polar bear, into a penguin, into a robin, into the little snowman. So you've got things like the robin's wings, or the little snowman's hands, or the little snowman's hat, or the front of the robin, or the penguin. So what I would say is, this is why we've put them together in the collection, Derek, because it is brilliant to have. If you're going to make the box and you've got the key thing that makes the box, yes, this is what you absolutely need. So if you want to just go for this, you can. However, everyone that's been going for this pretty much has also gone for this as an extra, and it's worth getting it because it just gives you more versatility on what you get. And then, as Derek said, the super cute set of stamps that go with it, which is kind of like these are coming in as a bonus. So if you look at the price, it's almost like you're pretty much paying for these 2 and you get the stamps thrown in. But it's things like thank you so much, and naughty or nice. You've got the little to and from on here as well. And then look at this, reindeer food. I don't know about you, Derek, but I've seen loads of kids where you put some, you just put some porridge oats and bits of glitter in and you make it into reindeer food. You could be making the little kids reindeer food in their own little reindeer pouch, and then do the little tag. Because how they work when you do the little tags, you see, it does the little tags like this. You just stamp onto the tags that are going to give it this lovely little finishing touch. So all the little stamps that go with are all going to tie in. So really, it's only 3 components and you kind of do need all of it. So now you're thinking, oh, I bet it's really complicated to do. I couldn't be further from the truth. Do you want me to show you? Right, here we go. So I've just gone for some nice, it's brilliant with the red glitter card, okay? So what I'm going to do is just trim this red glitter card in half, because I can cut both of these at the same time. Now I'm going to cut them on the Gemini, but these will also fit through your mini. So we've made these that they will fit through your mini if you want to use them with the Gemini mini. I'm just doing them with the larger Gemini for speed. And here we go. What I'm going to do, Derek, is I'm going to position one die one way and then one die the other way so that we can get both pieces on one sheet at the same time. Just to be good, what I'm going to do is pop a little bit of tape down here as well to hold that in place. Now, you don't often see me make my sandwich up like this, Derek. You generally see me put them down onto the die.
Yeah.
But just to hold it in place, to make it a little bit easier, I've gone with it this way. You put the top plate on and we go straight through the Gemini. And so you're talking 10 seconds to cut 2 pieces. And then we're going to do 10 seconds to cut the other 2 pieces. And then that is all you need to do the box.
Really?
It is that quick. So here we go.
So you could make one in less than a minute?
You could indeed.
Wow.
With a little bit of sticking, you know, you're probably talking less than 5 minutes for each one of these as a make, which I think is really important for anyone who's thinking about doing these, like, for example, as wedding favours, right? Or, I mean, I'm thinking advent calendars here, Derek. So I'm thinking if you were to make advent calendar boxes and you're making 24 of them up, it doesn't matter. It's a couple of hour project to make 24 of them. I mean, I'm thinking, how long might it take? You and I, Derek, we could make one for everybody in the office for Christmas. Put a few sweeties in there. Become really inexpensive gifts.
And the first time I saw these, Sara, and I just saw a picture from afar before they first launched, even on HSN as well. And the first time I saw them, I thought, oh, it's to make a bauble for the tree or a Christmas decoration, as you say over in the US. And I thought, oh, that'd be amazing because you could do all different cards and colours and shapes and everything else. And of course, you can do that as well. So as well as making the characters, you can make your own
little
festive ornaments.
For the tree.
That could be, and do you remember, I don't know whether in the US this is the same, but we used to do like lines of decoration that went from one corner of the room, like a streamer that came up to the middle and then it floated to the other side. You could actually make that thing. We could get that back in fashion, Sara.
Yes, you could be making, and you could do them with all the little characters going along.
Yeah.
Come on, I'll show you how to do it, right?
Okay.
So have I just knocked one on the floor? Yes, I have. Here we go. So I've got 2 like this and I've got 2 like that. And all we're going to do is stick them into a cross. So your tape pen is absolutely brilliant for this, which is why we've included one in the kit. And then I'm just going to stick the first one, then the second one on there. Little bit of tape on all 4 sides. Then we're going to come in with the third one. Look what I'm doing there. Little tip, Derek, is I'm just folding it up as I get to it to make sure all these edges fold in really nicely.
Okay.
Next one comes on there. Pop this piece in, so it's just going to fold in there nicely.
So you just do the slots opposite each other.
All slot into place, and then literally, now I like to just do a little bit of shaping like this with my fingers, right? So you just shape it round. These 2 bits fold up flat, and then these literally go over the top and just secure into place. So each one here, there you go. There is our original, there's the little box secured into place. So that is what I'm saying. If we hadn't been chit-chatting, that is literally about 2 minutes to put that together.
That's the main construction.
That's the main construction.
Do you know, Sara, and I would never normally say this because you know I'm still in my infancy here, but I reckon even I might be able to manage that.
I'll give you that one. I reckon you could manage that as well. So do you want me to show you how to take it on to the next stage then?
Yes.
Right, so next stage, I'm just going to get a little bit of white cardstock here, and I'm going to come in with that next part that's still the worker die, so this part here. And actually, let's just go quick and easy and let's do this with the Gemini Mini, right? So here we go. Oh, Derek, have you got yourself a Gemini Mini yet?
I've got the big one.
You've got the big one.
I haven't got the mini yet.
Okay, you're going to feel like you need the mini by the end of the show, I can promise you.
I know this. I know this.
Look how quick and easy that was, okay? So there's one of them. And then I'm just going to squeeze the next one onto here. And then I'm going to pop this through as well. And it's just always the speed, Derek. It's the speed at which you can pop them through, you see. So there is my second one. And then what we're going to do, oh look, I've knocked the front bit out. If you ever do that, Derek, just putting the die in the side angle, you just pop it back in, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've done that several times with mine. So here we go. You get these 2 bits here, and then these just fold in, and you put a tiny little bit of tape onto here, and the second one lines up exactly over the first one. And then again, a little bit of tape. You see why you need the tape pen in the kit. Tape pens are brilliant for doing these speedily.
Well, and you only need one hand, don't you? So you can, you're so accurate every time, aren't you?
So that goes over there like that, right? So that, if you were making it just as a Christmas bauble, which we will do later in the show, that's actually just the base of the box, and then you make it and you put the little circles on to do the top of the bauble. Now, if you wanted to seal this closed, which I haven't done with any of mine really, you just pop a bit of glue on that. So for example, if you were hanging these on the tree, you wanted to hang them up by here, you don't want them to fall off. So that's when you would just stick a little bit of glue on there, or repositionable tape to hold it. What I'm going to do though, is make this into a little Santa Claus. So what we're going to do is we're going to make his face, right? So all I'm going to do is I'm going to get all the extra bits out. So he's going to need a round face. This here, by the way, is Santa Claus's nose, ears, eyelashes, and his mouth. Can you see? Nose, ears, eyelashes, and mouth. Then we've also got this one here, which is going to do his moustache and his beard and everything. This one, if you want it, by the way, is his belt. So all I'm going to do is sit and cut all of these little bits out, Derek.
All right,
you watch me and then we'll stick them together.
Well, listen, while we're watching you doing that, I'm going to set you some challenges at home right now. So if you're watching this on YouTube or on Facebook right now, I want to know what you'll be doing with yours, and give me some ideas of what you think, because maybe you've ordered yours already, maybe you've got yours on HSN, maybe you got yours on Create and Craft this morning. I mean, there's some people here who did a little bit of shopping ahead, and wise shopping ahead as well. Charlie P on YouTube says, I need it all. I know that feeling. In fact, do you know, looking at the bundle price on the screen there, right over the other side of the screen, at £38.47, there are some of you, and you're absolutely at liberty to do that, going for just the Santa worker die itself, which is there at, is it $24.99, isn't it? But for £38 or $47, remember, you're getting the second set of dies, which do the other little characters as well. You're getting that amazing stamp set, and you're getting the glue pen there, as the tape pen as well, which is just brilliant. Such a nice little deal. Everyone's loving this. Cynthia on Facebook, she says, oh, that little polar bear is too cutie patootie. I love it. It is beautiful, isn't it? Every single one of the characters you just want to fall in love with straight away. And remember, you can customize them, you can color them up the way that you want to, you can decorate them further, you can personalize them, you can make Santa his own little, t-shirt. You can do everything with these, but they are functional boxes, Sara, as well. So they really lend themselves to giving somebody a little bit of a treat. Now that might be when you have all the family around the Christmas table, or as many as you will be allowed this year, or whatever it is, you can actually put little table presents down for them, which is a lovely, lovely thing. For the grandchildren as well, there's got to be no better joy in life than inviting the grandchildren round. You've made them as little Christmas decorations. You've got them in the tree. The grandchildren have their name on them. Go and find your little festive box, because there's something special in there from Nana and Grandad or whatever. I can just see it right now. Oh, feeling the love of that, Sara.
Oh, it's going to be great. And you know what, Derek? My kids are 3 and 6.
Yeah.
And I can just see both of them being able to do these. And we like to make something every year for Christmas. So last year we made Christmas hats for everyone to wear, and we made crackers for everybody to have as well. And they love the idea that on Christmas morning, everybody's having the bit, that the kids have made. And I just think how fabulous to have these as the little place setting.
Oh,
but
amazing.
It's the same thing that you're going to be using as your advent calendar, for example.
Well, do you know what? As the other thing about this, Sara, as well, is you get to keep the box as well, and that box becomes a memory. I mean, I don't know, like I say this so often, but I've got, and everyone's got this, Sara's got one in the loft, I just know it. She's probably got about 16 in the loft, actually, knowing Sara. She keeps everything. But do you have a memories box?
Yes.
Things like old love letters, cards that you got years and years and years ago, little mementos, tickets from concerts you went to, things you can hold in your hand. These become memories for the future as well, for your grandchildren, so they can look back when they're talking to their grandchildren and say, oh, I remember when Grandma made me this little festive box, and there it was waiting for me on the tree. You can hear the whole story going on. So for me, I just think this is something that really means something, Sara. Yeah,
and that's the difference, isn't it? And you're doing all of that for like £38, $47. And also, it's not like we're going to be doing some different boxes next year or whatever. This is it. I mean, if you're doing Christmas, you've got this. Once you've invested in it, you've got it. You don't need to be worrying about, it's going to go out of trend, or next year people aren't going to be wanting these sort of things. This is the sort of product whereby everybody is always going to love it.
Well, do you know the other thing, Sara, as well, is that like every year there is a thing that everybody buys. Like there was that year or that couple of years where everyone bought those little elves that sat around the place and all the rest of it. So it's not like this is going to be one of the things that's going to be on everybody's Christmas tree either. So it's different.
Good point.
It's like a bespoke thing, isn't it? Sara, I've just got to ask you on Sally's behalf. She's saying, Sara, you're looking fab today. And me as well. Apparently I've scrubbed up okay today as well. Are we both going out somewhere posh later?
Oh, well, I am. I don't know about you, Derek.
You've got a date, haven't you, Sara?
I have got a date, actually, yes. So, yes, I am going straight from here. In fact, at one point, we were worried that we might have to leave Derek on his own for a little while, actually.
Yeah, I was very worried.
So, in the UK, we have a programme on one of our main channels called Loose Women. And, yes, it is exactly what you're thinking it is, from the given go by the name. It's where women sit around and do a little bit of gossiping. So, it's on ITV, one of our main channels, and I've been invited to be a guest on the Loose Women show this morning. So those of you who are watching in the UK, as soon as we finish today at 1 o'clock, you'll be able to tune over. You'll be able to turn over and tune in and watch me on Loose Women. So
on
yes.
ITV, I tell you what. She's very in demand, this one. Very, very in demand. All the big
you were going to
networks
say literally
are
I get
after her.
about.
I was a bit worried. I'm going to be honest, because the scheduling of that show actually starts in the last half an hour of our show, and there was a little bit of a debate as to whether Sara might need to disappear for a long time, in which case I would have been making lots of these characters as well. But I think we've got the timing sort of sorted, but that's subject to change, like it's a big network, so we're at the mercy of their clock rather than the other way round. But I tell you what, in the meantime, there are so many of you going for this bundle. It is incredible. These characters are just beautiful. And do you know what? I know, where are we now? We're in the middle of August, aren't we?
Yeah.
And actually, you're probably making your Christmas cards already. What a lovely diversion down a different Christmas avenue it is to go right now, because these are going to be a real joy. And you know what? You can do the cutting out for this, and you could give this to the kids and the grandchildren to actually make them up and decide how they're going to decorate their Santa or their reindeer or their penguin or their Robbie or whatever it's going to be. Just
me, Gemini Mini, don't worry. Just the Gemini Mini, nothing important.
I told you not to wear those earrings.
Right, here we go. Now, do you know what? I've made a point, and we never get a chance to do this in the shows, Derek, but I've made a point of doing this right from the beginning for everyone, because I wanted you to see just how easy it was to do the whole thing. So can you see that even right down, I've just realised I didn't have a nose cut in the right colour, so I've even just gone and done him another nose there.
Yeah.
And I mean, literally, it's taken just a matter of minutes, almost no time at all, to put this whole thing together. I think he needs some pink to go on his cheeks. I've got a bit of let's have a look, a bit of PP.
Do you know, you read my mind there, because I was just thinking you could get your markers out now and then just do a bit more expression if you wanted to do. And there you go, off to your pens.
There you go. You've almost had a bit of my head in shot there, Derek, as well. And as much as I've got my hair done nice for the Loose Women show, I've still got some dodgy rootage going on. Right, let's have a little look. I'm going to stick this then to the front. Now this is, and obviously it's got the 3D glue gel on, so it's still drying a little bit. But that is just going to go over the front there of your other piece. All that stuck together, and then that literally comes and sits on. And we've done the whole Santa Claus there. Oh, I've realised what we haven't done. We haven't done any of these, anything down here. So can you see, if you want to finish him off, all you can do is, I did cut a little belt out. So you just cut a little belt out. The belt sticks along the front. A couple of these other bits become the buttons. And then again, you can take his little Santa Claus head, and his Santa Claus head just sticks over the top. And you've got a whole little Santa Claus there.
That's brilliant. Karen says, I've just ordered mine. I'm going to make some up for a Prezi for my brownies. That's such a good idea. You
Love
could have
that.
You could
Oh, and
create
then
a
make them
brownie
with the
character.
brownies.
You could give them little woggles, and do they still wear woggles? The brownies and all of that kind of thing, or give them like that sort of uniform look, because the reindeer colouring would be just about right for that. That's a brilliant idea. Sandra says, well, I wasn't going to. But she says, I'm a granny now, so I will. And she has. Orders in, she says, which is brilliant.
Any grandmas, Derek, this is just the law. You need to get the... If you're a grandma or a mum, then hands down, you just have to have them.
It's brilliant.
No more discussion. You have to have them. The kids are going to love them.
Oh, now, Sara, we had this discussion before we came on air this morning, and I am pleased to say Sandy, who's just posted on Facebook in the comments, all the comments come to me via the social media team, by the way, so Crafters TV, Facebook page, YouTube, wherever you put your comments, they'll come through to me. Sandy says, I've just received this set from HSN, and it's brilliant!
Wow!
Oh, I'm so pleased.
Fabulous. Have you made anything yet, is what I want to know. I mean, to be honest, it's a bit early, but Sandy, come on, it's that quick. You could be making one along with us now and then send us a picture.
Yes. Well, she says what she's going to do with hers as well. She says her family theme for Christmas is snowflakes and snowmen. So I'll make the snowmen for each dinner place setting and in the middle of the dinner plate, which is just brilliant. She says, I just love this set. Sandy, how about a challenge? How about making a few up and sending us a little picture? Because we've got what? We've got an hour and a half. Now, I don't know where Sandy is. I'm guessing if she's in the US, this could be a tall order at 3:30 in the morning or even at 6:30 in the morning. But actually, when you've seen Sara's first demo there, 1, 2, 3, 4, bish, bash, bosh, little bit of this, little bit of that, and we're done. We've got a Christmas character. That's what I love about this as well. So many of you, Jeanette's just said on Facebook as well, these would be great for giving bath bombs, wouldn't they, as presents, Sara?
Wow, yes, bath bombs or your little soaps or, I mean, you know, I do a lot of fudge, Derek. You haven't experienced any of my fudge.
No, I haven't.
And I just think one of these, opening this up, it's going to be perfect for maybe, you know, half a dozen pieces of fudge. Do you know what I'm going to do, Derek? I'm going to do a batch of fudge. I'm going to do a batch of these and I'm going to leave them on the doorstep for the neighbours. We've got this, on our street there's 36 houses. Yeah. That's an afternoon's project and I just think that would be fabulous. Oh, they'd be so thrilled.
They'll love you. Yeah, I need words with you, don't I? Because I've been here, what is it? It's nearly a month now and I've still not tasted the legendary Sara Davis fudge.
I can, do you know, I might knock you a batch up this week, do it. Do you like Bailey's? Because my Bailey's fudge is the best.
Oh, that sounds good. You won't need to ask twice. Definitely not. Listen, there are so many of you going for our bundle today. Please do check out. Oh my gosh! Right, okay. So this launched only on HSN on Tuesday. Did we say this week? Yep. Like earlier this week, and you're already receiving yours if you bought it via HSN. It was on Create and Craft with our lovely Fiona this morning. Sold out across the board. Gone. That's it. Create and Craft have no stock currently. Our stock today, and we've been on air for what, half an hour now. A quarter of our stock of this bundle has now sold out. And I knew this would be a big one because you know when you see something and you think, gosh, I've never seen anything like that before. And I know I'm relatively new to Crafter's Companion, but I have never seen anything like this in the crafting industry, around, advertised in the shops, nothing like it. Boxes, yes, boxes, you know, box-shaped boxes, square boxes, 4x4, that kind of thing. This is genius because you get to customize them as well. Let me show you what's in the bundle again, because remember the main element to this is the Santa. That's the worker die for this box. That's the Love from Santa one. So you get that in this bundle, and that is so versatile. And that's the one you can run off again and again and again and again and again and again. It's going to be absolutely brilliant. You've also got the Jolly Quartet as well, which is your other characters. And we'll show you the characters kind of one by one in just a second. I love this stamp set because it is so versatile, because it's got your messages on there, but it's also got your kind of deliverables as well. So if you're giving a gift, it's got your to and from. It's got a reindeer food stamp there as well, so the kids can leave their little gifts out for the reindeers on Christmas Eve. I'm so excited. I really want it to be December now, don't you? Actually, give me some time to make these first, but then let's rush to December because this is going to be an exciting Christmas. Should we have a look? Because we've got got a little videotape, haven't we, of, can we see that, of each of the characters? Because they are so good, they really are. And remember, you're getting in your bundle for £38.47, you are getting the Jolly Quartet as well. And it is just superb. So that means that you can take your Santa and your snowman, elf, you can take that to your reindeers and your other characters as well, which are really beautiful. You also get the tape pen included in your bundle as well, you lucky people. Listen, I don't think there are going to be that many chances to get this either. I mean, some people are buying the individual elements, some people are buying just the worker die, which is the Love from Santa one. Most people are going for the bundle. I mean, listen, it's $24.99, right, isn't it, for just the worker die here, which is phenomenal considering how many possibilities that gives you. You can take it in so many different directions. But for just $38.47, you kind of got all of that, everything that you will ever need. And remember, Christmas will come around every single year. And do you know what? Aren't we going to appreciate, Sara, Christmas so much more this year, because we've been taking things for granted year after year after year. This year has shown us, right, okay, it's given us a bit of a reminder to stop taking things for granted. So Christmas is going to be so much more special this year, isn't it?
I would say it is. And also, do you know what I've noticed, Derek? There's become, I would say in the last few years, there's become more and more of an emphasis on making and homemade. Me and my sister started about 10 years ago now. My mum thought it would be cheaper if she suggested that we make our own Christmas presents for everybody instead of buying them. Obviously, those of you who make things realise that we got way carried away. I mean, at one point, my sister was taking sewing lessons so that she could make my dad some curtains and throws for his camper vans because she wanted to outdo me on whatever it was I was making. We literally went to town. But I've seen so much more of this. Do you know, I get a lot from girlfriends my age who wouldn't consider themselves crafters, but they would make like a little, hot chocolate in a jar type gift that you could give somebody. Or a lot of people do like weigh all the ingredients out for cookies and put them in a jar with a home, how to make them. They're the sort of things that could go in these little gift boxes. So if you know somebody who perhaps isn't necessarily a crafter but is wanting to get into this set, along with a Gemini Mini, could start them off on a whole new hobby. But actually, just speaking to all of our hardcore Crafters Companion fans out there, trust me, these are just so much fun and unlike anything we've ever done before. Now, am I all right to get into another demo?
Yeah, I can't wait.
Right, here we go. So I thought we'd do the reindeer, and I thought we'd look at how we can start and introduce little bits of ink into our work as well. So again, everything's designed to work from one sheet of A4 or 8.5 by 11 cardstock. So I'm going to just bring these dies back in again, and you can see I'm going to put the first sheet down here, Derek, and send this through once, and then I'll put the second sheet down, send it through again. You always need 2 lots of the cut, but all 4 of those pieces will come from one sheet. So whether you're using craft card, which is brilliant for the reindeers, or perhaps you're using the glitter card like I used on the last one, we've got loads of glitter card in stock as well. I would say the matte mirror cards are fabulous like that. And then do you know what would work an absolute treat, Derek? That adorable scoreable cardstock as well that we have.
The colours. Can I just take a second while you're putting those through, just to show you the colours that we've got? Well, actually, we'll see it because we've got a full picture of it, haven't we? Because it's a set of 50. So there's 25 different colours in this adorable scoreable, and you've got everything you're going to need. Think about your Santas and your snowmen and your penguins and everything else. You think of all the colours there. You've got the reds, you've got the greens, you've got the browns, you've got the whites. I mean, you've got so much choice there as well, which is really good. £10.79, $14.84. That is going in my basket. It's on delayed dispatch going out on the 18th, which is only Tuesday. But we have to mention it, but it's almost not worth the mention, really, is it? It's only a few days, isn't it? Listen, you've got to get prepped and ready, haven't you? You've got projects on the go already before your Giftables kit arrives. And then that's it. I mean, you're going to have to set aside, by the way, a good, a good wodge of time, because you're going to lose days making these, once you start thinking of the ideas. Because how it will start, Sara, is you'll think, well, I'll do these then for our house. So we'll have some around the Christmas table. We'll maybe put a couple in the tree and everything else. So I'll make so many for that. And then you'll think, oh, now there was that idea from Sara. Well, I make sweets or fudge or bath bombs or whatever it might be, or I can put little gift bags together and they can go to the friends or family or the neighbours maybe, after your suggestion, Sara, as well. So suddenly, where you thought initially, well, I'll probably make 15 or 20 in total, that's going to work into 3 figures pretty quickly, isn't it?
I tell you who these would be brilliant for, Derek. Anybody who makes to sell as well.
Yes.
So whether you're making other Christmas gifts to make and sell, and then you can put them into the little gift boxes and charge an extra few pound for each one, or perhaps you're somebody who has like a craft stall and you're getting everything ready for once the craft fairs start up for Christmas, and you're just getting like all the stock set up ready to go. People who maybe have like little Etsy shops or whatever, they could be doing these. Look at the difference, by the way, that makes by putting a little bit of ink on there.
That's beautiful.
Doesn't it really? So don't be frightened to like get all of your inks out. And I'm going to do some embossing on one of the later demonstrations as well, so we can do some embossing on here.
Yeah,
I don't want you to think, oh, they're quite simple, so there's not a lot of craftability with them. The craftability is the bit that comes next and the bit that you really love. So, oh my word, they've just told me how many people are getting these.
I know. Well, listen. Again, you know, like as a business, you have to try and preempt, right, what you think the demand will be. And we know launches are always really, really popular. But my gosh, this one has surpassed expectations massively. Lynn's just given us a good idea, Sara, as well. Those people who get together with, you know, as a class or groups or whatever, who haven't been able to do that so much this year, and, you know, who knows what the situation will be like by Christmas. You know, actually, just as a little something to give people that you go to class with, or, you know, teacher gifts as well. That's a big, big thing these days. I didn't even know that was a thing. See, spot the man with no children.
Yep.
Like, I didn't know that was a thing, but that's quite a competitive thing, Sara, isn't it?
It's all about who can outdo the other parent, and I can tell you, it's all about the homemade gifts.
It's almost worth being a teacher, isn't it, these days? It's quite a profitable little situation come the holidays, isn't it?
I mean, maybe I just felt the pressure a little bit more because I know there's a reputation at the school that they're like, oh, she's the crafty mum.
Yeah.
So I do feel under pressure to like always up the ante. And also I like the kids to take something in that they've made. So I always make something for the teachers, but then I also have the kids make something. Well, this could be the one that the kids are making. Yeah. This could be the one that the kids are making for the other kids in the class.
Yes.
Now, did you see what I did was I'm using all the little scrap bits that are left over, Derek, because you're using your Gemini, because we're using the mini, you can absolutely use up all those little scrap bits. It takes no doing. And look, so we do the little, I call it the bauble to go on the top. So you do your little bauble to go on the top, which then folds around. And that is what you see on the top. And I think I'll do a little bit of inking around that again, just because I'm liking the inking of everything.
It's awesome. Sara, you're going to love this idea.
Go on.
You are going to love, because you know we get our best ideas come from you.
Yep.
Our best ideas come from you. Dot's got this absolutely licked, Sara.
Go on.
I've made my boys an advent calendar every year with Crafters Companion goodies, and I plan to make 24 of these and use them for the advent calendar this year. Thank you for another awesome product. Thank you for an awesome idea, Dot, because you're so right, because actually you could create on a wall a giant-sized advent calendar very, very easily, where every day you open one of these boxes, you bring the front door down to you, and you see what goodies are in there. And it's really difficult to sneak in there early as well, unlike other advent calendars. I think that's genius, Sara.
I would say so. That's brilliant.
I love it.
Right. Let's have a look. We're going to do a few little bits for the reindeer now. So I'm going to do the reindeer antlers, and then I'm going to show you how you can absolutely be using the bits and pieces that are on here in completely different ways, right? So here we go. Here's these little antlers. They're going to go on there. So you get one to go either way, right? And then what you've got is, look at this. I thought, how cute would this be if we use the Santa's beard? But we use the Santa's beard to cut out a little, not a beard, but like an extra bit for the reindeer. You'll see what I mean. Stay with me, folks.
Are you going to give a reindeer a beard, Sara?
I'm going to give a reindeer Santa's beard and do something completely different with it.
I love how versatile this is. I love, and you can have real fun with this. You can have real fun with this because you can make some really quirky characters. So you can dress up the elf in lots of different ways as well. And remember, you'll have other dies as well that will just work by customizing these even further, so you can have great fun with them. And so can the kids as well, because this is something that everyone can sit around the table and all be getting on with.
Brilliant.
You just pass the mini round the table, wouldn't you?
Well, this is the great
My
thing.
turn.
The fact that every one of the dies in the set, and that's not an accident. You know, we literally designed it so that every one of those dies in the set would fit through the mini, no problem. So I just think it makes it, like say, even more versatile. So watch what I'm going to do here. I'm going to reopen this back out. So if we make this for the front of our reindeer, right? So this is going to be the front here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay these up, and I think we'll go with the darkest one first. Yep. So we're going to go with this bit on here, and that will go in there. And I'm just, bear in mind, I know it doesn't quite go to the end, but it doesn't matter because they're going to be, these are going to be like inside the box in the end. So this is the bit that I ran out of time, didn't do with the Santa Claus, but you'll get the, this is how you would have done the Santa Claus, by the way, if you wanted to decorate up the little Santa Claus. All right, so you just open your box back out, put these bits on, there we go. And then I'm just going to trim off those extra little corners because we don't need them. So 1 and 2. So there's.
Bear in mind, this started off as Santa's beard. I'm loving this.
It's a good idea, isn't it?
It's a brilliant idea.
And then look what I've got, because I love this, right? Because I have kids, I buy a lot of these at Christmas, the bells that really annoy everybody, right? But watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to pop that, before we close over the box, I'm going to pop it round these bits here, so that you can see the little bell is going to come into this part here, all right? Oh, you got the hair again. And then we're going over the top with this one, over the top with that one, and there is the front of our little reindeer.
Oh, look at that.
So there's our little reindeer front, and then all we need to do is do the rest of his head. So let's have a look. I've got a couple of bits that I've already cut out, right? So there's the head. Here are my 2 little reindeer antlers, but actually what I've done is I've got some that I just pre-glittered, because you need the glitter to dry, and I think they look loads better with the glitter on there, don't they? And I'm going to stick them on with the tape pen so that they stick really well. Do you know what? Which one's your favourite one, Derek, out of all of them?
Oh, blimey.
I've asked something,
I'm afraid
haven't I?
that is the $1 million question. That's why you have to have the bundle, isn't it? Because there is just no way that you could choose. I do like the little penguin, I have to say. I find those really cute. Do you want another good idea, Sara, that we just had in?
Honestly, I want all the good ideas.
Honestly, you all need to be on our product development team, because you're amazing, the ideas you come up with. They're absolutely brilliant. It was, oh, now all the comments keep moving. We had a brilliant one there. Oh, here it is, Janet. Janet on YouTube, you've got a winner of an idea. You can put a little window in these as well, can't you? And get those little flickering battery tea lights, couldn't you?
Oh, my life.
Love it.
Love that idea.
That would be brilliant.
That is absolutely brilliant.
Then you could put them up in the tree, like you see this one here has been made, because without the character's head on them, can you see on this one, without the character's head on them, you can see you can make ordinary festive ornaments, baubles as we say in the UK here. So you can make just a plain cap there at the top, and you could easily, on one of these, you could either move the sentiment there to the side of the box, then you could cut a little window the size of that little topper there, and then put a Christmas light in there. And then you could have those. Oh, sorry, I've pulled the hat off. Sara hasn't stuck that one on either. And so just a little bit of glue on that one, and that will be sorted. But you can actually have these little festive ornaments. Don't keep doing it, Derek. You know, if you're going to do it once, don't keep doing it.
I love how they've stayed on you, Derek. If I was ever doing that, I was like, if that happens, you just go to Derek on the other side of the studio while I fix everything.
Yeah, no, they've deliberately not glued them on, so we can take them off and we can deconstruct and we can show you. But then you just glue that on. Your little window in there with the little flickering tea light. You could have those dotted around the tree in lots and lots of different colours with that glitter card as well. Please do grab the glitter card that's on the show. Can I tell you why? Go and have a look at the glitter card which is on the show, because the colours are selling out really quickly. I noticed I wanted some, I think it was some Christmas red I think I wanted, and it gone out of stock because you guys are there. We've got ivory, We've got copper. Oh, we've got just those two in the show, but have a look as well around the website, because you will find. And don't forget, we've got that adorable scoreable special 50 sheet Christmas collection as well. All the colours go really, really beautifully with all the characters that you are going to make here. I love how this reindeer is coming together as well. It's really, really lovely.
I've got a little nose for him, but I am going to do, look, all I keep doing is pulling back all these bits you'll find are incredibly useful for everything. There's that one there. I think I'm going to go with the slightly bigger one here. So we'll do a slightly bigger mouth and a bigger nose for him. But because they're going through the mini, it's so quick. Are you understanding now why I said to you, do it by the end of the show, you'd realise you needed a mini?
Well, it's not just me, Sara. Actually, Charlie just said on YouTube, it looks like I'm going to have to get myself a mini then. I've got my eye on, you see there's one on the shelf here. Do you think anyone would notice if that magically came home with me? Yeah. You play Spot the Difference tomorrow. Where's Wally? Where's the mini? Yeah. How much is the mini? Let's find out. Let's find out. Go find it.
£30.
Oh, do you know what? Again, brilliant. And you know, if you're working on your big Gemini and you want to do this, and the kids are crowding around saying, right, okay, I'm ready to do mine, I'm ready to do my next one, get yourself a mini, and then you can just give them that as well, can't you? Because it's nice and safe, is it? You know, you just pop them in and then away you go.
Right, we're going to have it. The metallic pens, by the way, are absolutely brilliant for doing like little eyes and whatnot. And oh my life, I did have a nose. somewhere.
You did. It was there just a moment ago.
It was there just a moment ago.
There's a little red nose
and
with a white
it'll
dot
be stuck
on it.
to something. So do you know what we'll do? We'll just get a nice red pen and draw his red nose on.
You didn't stick his mouth over his nose, did you?
Oh, here it is, down here. Here it is, down here.
It is.
Right, so, do you know, these little fine applicator glues are absolutely brilliant for all of this. And look what I keep doing. I keep picking them up with my pokey tool, because you can, and have you noticed I've kept manoeuvring his eyes into place. It's been so simple to do.
Yeah.
So here's that. My bit that's sat over the top of that, here it is. And then I'm just going to tape pen that on there. We're going to stick him onto here, and then he will just go onto the front of here. And how cute is our little reindeer?
It's just lovely. Do you know what? Everyone's in love with these, Sara. I mean, I just have to remind you, look at that. What a triumph that is. It's brilliant, isn't it? And you can use all of your techniques on that as well. If you want to put embossing powders onto that and everything else, you can go for it. Absolutely go for it. Throw everything you've got at this. Right. I just have to, if you've just joined us, because obviously, you know, it's kind of the middle of the night over in the US, you know, here in the UK, we are coming up to lunchtime. Let me just tell you the story on this set. One, you know, it's an absolutely brand new launch. We've never seen this before at Crafters TV, so it's absolutely first time today. Launched only on HSN earlier this week, I think, wasn't it? So Tuesday. That's only, 3 days ago. You're receiving your orders already, I know, in the US as well. And hopefully we'll have a couple of you having a little go in the show. And if you do that, then please do email your pictures, studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. But what has happened is, so they've only launched on HSN this week, launched on Create and Craft this morning, the entire stock, a massive stock that Create and Craft had this morning, gone. So the only place that this bundle is available right now in the UK is right here at Crafters TV and from our website right now. From our stock of this bundle right now, we are now talking a third of the entire stock has gone. And listen, numbers aren't important. Let me just tell you, it's a big stock. So for a third of that to have disappeared, as well as a complete and utter sellout on Create and Craft this morning, tells me that this is something you need to get hold of first time around. It's really not one of those things that you think, okay, well, you know, I've got some other bits and pieces to take care of right now. I'll come back for that in a couple of weeks' time. The bundle will not be the same. It may not be available. Lots of you are going for the individual dies themselves, so the worker die. Now, let me just give you the details for those as well, because you can buy, as well as the bundle, $38.47, which gives you the worker die, the extra dies, also gives you the stamp set and the tape pen as well. You can buy the dies individually. So the worker die is Love from Santa, and just as many of you who are buying the bundle are buying the worker die, so to speak, to make the box, which is the Love from Santa, which is this one on screen right now. £24.99 in the UK, $29.95 in the US, which is really, really good. We also have The stamp set, if you want to buy that individually as well, $4.99 in the UK, $6.95. And we also have the Jolly Quartet, which is like your additional characters. It's your little polar bear, isn't it? And your penguin and your snowman as well. So a wonderful, jolly little quartet. And we'll see those, I'm sure, in action during this show as well. $9.99 or $12.95. Now, oh, I tell you what, our team are good. They've got us all the details for the Gemini Mini as well, because you can see the sense in having that to hand, because you're going to be rolling these through like there is no tomorrow, because you're going to just love this, and then using all of those small dies to decorate up your characters as well. So there it is on the website as well, $29.99. So you can find that on your website. So obviously we're looking at the crafterscompanion.co.uk website there, but if you're in the US, it's .com, etc., etc. Right, let's have another look at the embossing folders as well. We've got a nice little bundle of 5 embossing folders, one being a 3D. In fact, 4 of them are Christmas, and then you've got Rick Rack, just fits into Christmas for me. Absolutely so beautifully. So let me show you some of the examples. So that Rick Rack, and again, not specifically Christmas, I guess, but that could easily be a Christmas card, couldn't it? Using that wonderful embossed Rick Racks. In fact, they've actually created, in this card, you can see this card from Kerry, actually created little domed pockets as well out of the embossed, which I think is absolutely brilliant. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And let me show you another Rick Rack as well, because I have to say Rick Rack is my favourite. You've actually got 4 Christmas embossing folders in this little bundle, plus the Rick Rack as well. Isn't that genius? What an unusual card, Sara. I love it though.
It's nice, isn't it?
Isn't it beautiful?
It's nice because that's from the Sara Signature Crafty Fun, where we had the paper pack that had the printed Rick Rack,
yeah.
But it does lend itself really well to work with the Rick Rack in the background as well as the ones on the printed papers.
I love it.
Lovely.
I love it. It's absolutely fantastic. Listen. Oh gosh, this show is so busy, Sara. I'm not at all surprised. You've got so many ideas for these as well. Let me show you a couple of other bits and pieces that are on the show as well. Of course, we've got our totally amazing, totally Tiffany storage, and there's lots and lots of ideas for you in the show today as well. So there's the Paper Junkie, the 5-pack paper storage boxes. They are so super strong. I have to tell you, our samples go backwards and forwards between the studio and the warehouse and behind the scenes as well. They are brilliant, and they are, honestly, they put them through their paces. They are just genius for storing. So you've got those there, £12.50, $16. We also have the Fab File as well. The Fab File sounds like a program, that, doesn't it? We'll have to create that program one day. The Fab File on Crafters TV. There it is. That's the A4 size one. Again, having good, strong, sturdy storage means that anything else you're keeping next to it, it's not being squashed, it's not being ruined. Everything's being stored and organised, and you can see nice and easily into that as well. £7, $8.50. Nice little 10% saving on this. But I tell you what, what is absolutely, completely and utterly, the website is going bonkers today. I'm not at all surprised. It is the Festive Giftables. I want these. I mean, if there are any available, we've got what? We've got an hour left on the show. If there aren't any left by the end of the show, I definitely want them, because they're just a joy. You just love them. You can't help but falling in love with them, Sara.
I know. And I know we've done a couple of little characters, but I thought I'd show you just how to do a Christmas bauble. You know, just how to do an ornament if you want to hang it on the tree. And we'll go to town with a few of the extra bits and pieces we've got on the show.
Brilliant.
So, like we've started with everyone, so this is why I tried to show you this trick at the beginning, Derek. By leaving them on there, if you notice, I haven't had to move these anytime we've done a project. All I've done is literally just brought in my new bit of cardstock.
Okay.
Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut this to the width. I'm using some of the paper, the card pads that we've got. So we do these lovely pads, Derek, that are 8x8, the textured ones. Oh,
I love those.
They're nice, aren't they? And if you choose a couple of colours out of the same pack, they're going to work really well. Now, I'm using the pastels one here. So, there you go. The details are on the bottom of the screen.
They are there. They are beautiful.
So I'm going to do a couple in the pink, and then I'm going to do a couple in the purple as well. And I've just realised what I meant to do is not quite like this, but never mind, you'll get the idea. I'll cut them out, then I'll show you. So you do 2 in the pink. What I actually meant to do is 2 the same in the pink and 2 the same in the purple. So basically, like this. Can you see I've done these two pink and these two purple. So I should have put a piece of pink and a piece of purple on each one. But we've got them. You get the idea, right? Then, Derek, I've been over and raided your embossing folders.
I know. I noticed my stack suddenly got too smaller.
Oh, now here's the thing, right? So if you're wanting to do, watch what we can do. We can pop this in here and I can just take the embossing up to the edge of here. Now, when you're embossing in your Gemini Mini, if you've got a regular folder, you need to add in your purple shim. So your purple shim then makes it exactly the right thickness. Can you see? For you to go through there and do a little bit of embossing on it. And that will give me just that nice snowflake emboss on there. Can you see? Just about see. I think you might be see it a little bit easier to the close-up. Yes, you'll see it a lot more when I put a bit of ink on it. So when we're doing a regular emboss like this one here, you're going to just, I'm taking it right up to the edge, and then that's just going to come through like this, and we're going to take it through the machine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that first, these first two, and then just use a little bit of ink on these. So I've got a bit of, I think a bit of plum jam would be lovely with this. And then, oh, where's my applicator gone? I've had it somewhere. Hey, Derek, I've got stuff all over. Right, I'll just quickly pick up another applicator.
I tell you what, I love the fact, don't you love the fact that when you're watching things go through the Mini, you think all the pressure in the big Gemini machine and all the hard work that's going on there, and you get amazing results when you're running through the Mini, and yet it seems to just flow through there like water down a brook, doesn't it?
Yeah. And this is the thing, we wouldn't call it a Gemini if it didn't have all the pressure of the Gemini. So don't think because it's little that it's not going to be as good as your regular Gemini. So there's two side pieces. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that lovely snowflake one on the, I've got this folder at home, I absolutely love it. I'm going to use this one on these two pieces. And again, I'm going to pop that in place just up to the edge. I mean, it doesn't really, if you really wanted them snowflakes on, you see, this is going to get covered over. Because that's 3D, Derek, we don't need to add the shim. So you just go straight through. If it's a 3D embossing folder, look, I've popped that out again. 3D embossing folder, you just send it straight through as it is. And that will give us the lovely 3D emboss on here. So I'm going to do that with both those pieces and then really bring it to life a little bit with a bit of gilding wax on there too.
And you never need much of an excuse to get the gilding wax out, especially with Christmas projects, because it's all golds and silvers, isn't it?
Yes.
So you just want as much, you just want as much of that going on as you possibly can. And imagine actually, when you add the gilding wax to a project like this, if you are cutting a little window out and putting one of those little battery flickering lights inside it, that's just going to enhance that even more.
Oh, it would look fabulous. Do you know, and the time to do it, oh, you could make these whole boxes out of acetate. I was going to say the time to do it would be when you're doing, would be now, before you stick it together. That's the time where I would say add a little bit of your, if you want to cut a window out of here. So all I've done there, Derek, is I've had a little bit of colour first of all in the background and then my gilding wax onto the front. And you can see there, just how, now that doesn't that look lovely? And if a great tip for you with gilding wax, Derek, because you're quite new, you might not know this yet, right? Always be gentle and build up the gilding wax. Don't go too heavy too quickly.
Yeah.
And then if you want to give it an extra bit of a shine, what you can do is buff it. So think of it like shoe polish. So just give it a bit of a buff like this, and can you see how it brings off like like if you're polishing your shoes?
Yeah.
You get that little bit of this sort of finish on there. It takes that out and leaves you with just the metallic effect on here. So there's what I've done to the outside pieces, and what I'm going to do is just assemble that box together like you've seen me do with all the other ones.
Do people still polish their shoes, Sarah? I can't think of the last time I ever polished a pair of shoes. It feels like
Derek, you mean your first day of work when you came here, you hadn't polished your shoes for your first day?
Actually, when I came for my interview, I did get to meet you very, very briefly.
You did?
And I was like this. Oh, look at Sarah Davis. Oh my word, I'm meeting her for real. And yeah, I don't think you saw my feet, did you?
No, well, I tell you what, I'm going to be looking now to see if those shoes...
Maybe that was a lucky break. Maybe that's how I snuck in with unpolished shoes. Right, now, Nandia, I beg your pardon, on Facebook, says if you make 2 holes in them through the bauble top... Oh, yes, make 2 holes in the loop through the bauble top, you can thread some ribbon through, and that can help to keep the top on and also help hang it. Oh, I see what you mean. Yes, of course you can do it.
Oh, yes, we could try that. Do you know
could put
what?
a little hole in the top, in that tab
Through
at the top,
this bit
couldn't
here.
you?
So if we were to go through here with one hole, and then through here with another hole.
Do you know what? You guys are genius at home.
You really are.
You think of all the things that we haven't yet.
Right, let's have a look. Oh, do you know what I'm just going to do? I've got this bit, can you see it's popped the other way, so just before we stick it together I'm going to re-bring it out this way. That's it, there we go. Right, I've got a little bit of ribbon. I tied mine onto a string, so I'll untie this and I'll try feeding this through, Derek. We'll give that a nice bit of a practice.
Alrighty.
Right, let's have a little look. So I'd already done the tag here and stamped on the especially for you. So what I'll try and do is, hang on, I thought of something I wanted to do before I did this, right? I'm going to open this back up and I'm going to get Brenda out.
Oh.
We mean business when we're getting Brenda out, I can tell you.
I don't think we've seen Brenda this week, have we?
So we're going to get Brenda out, and you know what this is absolutely begging for? It's begging for a bit of spray and sparkle. So I've got under here.
What? Spray and sparkle?
Spray and sparkle.
Never heard of that
before. I've got the gold one. And I'm just going to add a little bit of gold spray and sparkle onto these. This is the bee's knees. Yes, there we go. Another purchase for Derek now, I think.
Yep, yet another one.
So you just need to give that a little bit of time. So actually, while I'm just giving that a little bit of time for that to settle in, let's just do, I've got the top ready to go on it. Okay. So what I've done is I just used a couple of little bits of glitter card. So here we go. If we're doing the ornament, you see, we've got our little bits of glitter card, just like you saw me cut out. And what you do is we're going to stick them together. But before we stick this second one shut, we're going to add in the little ornament bit that you hold, right? So you can cut out these two little circles, right? So what I'm going to do is just use the
Are they in the die set?
They are in the die set.
Are they?
Yes.
So you had kind of thought about that as well.
Yep.
In advance, so that's brilliant.
We've thought about everything, Derek.
Do you know one of those?
Absolutely everything.
You know one of those pieces that you've got there? That could make such a trendy cap for Santa as well if you just cut one out on its own, couldn't it?
Oh, that's a good idea. I like it. Oh, I like your thinking, Derek. Right, so let's have a look. I'm going to position this second one in place. And then just before I close it, I'm going to make sure they're lined up. Can you see they're not quite? So because you've got that manoeuvrability time, I'm going to just manoeuvre these two into place. Yep. And then we can open that back up and just make sure they're really well stuck down. So I'm just going to give that a couple of seconds for it to stick down. All right. There we go. So are they still lined up? Yes, they are. And then you can just be ever so gentle with them, and patience is a virtue. You're obviously not going to be live on TV, therefore you're not going to be rushing in the same way that I am. But can you see how I've got those stuck down?
Well, we've got another idea as well. You know, when those two are stuck together, then that's a little handbag for a character as well. So you could have, Mrs. Christmas, couldn't you? She could have a pink sparkly handbag.
Do you know what? I've seen one of the Santa Clauses done as a Mrs. Claus, and she looks brilliant. She looks brilliant. So, right, so with that spray and sparkle over the top now, it just really gives it another dimension again. So that's going to go on there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to feed these through here, Derek, and tie them behind. So this was Nandia's idea, wasn't it, this one?
Yes, it was, yeah.
Brilliant idea, Nandia, for closing this off. I hadn't even thought of this myself.
Yeah, and then you can hang that ribbon loop from the tree as well, can't you?
Yep.
As that little surprise for the grandchildren, or someone who's coming round on Boxing Day, Christmas Day, whenever. Amazing. So many ideas are coming through as well. Ellen on Facebook, get this one as well. The ideas are coming like an avalanche today, Sara. Ellen says, I see fairy houses. You could even put a wee door and a wee window in with a wee fairy and fairy lights. Yes, you could, because you get those fairy lights that are battery operated. You get those in there. She finishes her comment by saying, hurry up, Posty.
Oh, brilliant. Now, do you know what I've used for the front of this, Derek? This is the perfect poinsettia from the range that we had on Monday. You know, the brand new collection that we've just launched.
Yes.
It's Christmas. How different does it look, though, when it's done not in traditional vintagey colours, but in the white? The poinsettia still looks just as fabulous in the white. And I'm just going to finish that off on there. And then I'm going to put this one on the top here. Actually, I quite like it on there like that. Yes, so it's going to look quite nice on there, but that is still going to lift off. So just when that settles, that's going to still lift off. And I think there's how you would do it as a lovely little Christmas ornament.
Oh my word. Listen, you think about what? We're just over an hour into the show, so just about halfway into the show. If you think about how bursting we all are with ideas beyond what we've seen so far, lots and lots and lots. Please do, if you're in our Facebook page or YouTube, if you've got any ideas, you've got any thoughts on what you will do them, I mean, sharing those thoughts is brilliant because, you know, down the line as well, when yours arrive, I know some of you guys who have bought it from HSN, it's arriving already. And fingers crossed, listen, if you've got it and you've got some time before the end of the show and you want to get one together and send us a picture, please do. We would love, love, love to see it. I don't know about you, but I can't wait. It's one of those things where I think, oh no, hang on, I did some ordering yesterday and maybe I should, you know, just give it a bit of a break because I haven't really started my first projects yet because so many other things going on and being here quite a lot as well. and I really want this as well. Are you the same? Well, you are. I can tell you are because 40% of the stock of our big bundle here has gone. And actually almost equal numbers of people going for the bundle are also going for the individuals as well. So going for the Santa, the worker die, and the trio. Is it trio? Yeah, the Jolly Quartet. That's it. Which is the other die for the other little characters, like the polar bear and the snowman as well. There's so many people who are going for those options as well. Listen, while you check out your baskets, obviously you'll always have an ear on what we're doing as well. And we've got, it's the start of a brilliant weekend and there's so many great shows over the weekend. And here's Debbie to tell us about one of those special shows.
Join us on Crafters TV Saturday the 15th of August at 4 p.m. We will be bringing you the brand new Real Meaning of Christmas stamp collection, and I'm going to be talking and showing you some hints and tips and techniques to bring the magic of Christmas to your creations. One of our amazing viewers will also be joining us live to craft along too, so don't miss out on that crafty fun. Come and join us Saturday 15th of August 4 p.m. here on Crafters TV. See you there.
Can't wait to see gorgeous Debbie and her chunky glue over the weekend as well. She's definitely going to... Amazing.
She's lost over.
Yeah.
She's lost over 25 pounds. She's been eating healthily. I saw it. We went out for dinner on Wednesday night, and she is looking fabulous and doing really well. So if you're watching tomorrow, send her some little love in the comments and tell her that we all think she's looking gorgeous.
We do. We absolutely adore our Debbie. We really, really do. Carol Ann on Facebook has just said, because if you've just joined the show, by the way, there was a little bit of debate whether Sara would be here for the whole show because she's got a bit of a date with one of the biggest major networks here in the UK, ITV, and she's going on Loose Women today, and so we thought we were going to lose Sara for some of the show, which is fine because now I know how to put the boxes together. Like if she needs to dash off to talk to the Loose Women, that's fine. I'll just jump over there and I'll make one.
You're dying to get in, aren't you?
I can't wait. Actually, we should be swapping places. Carol Ann says Brenda needs to go on to Loose Women. Bet she's heard all the gossip being in the studio 24/7. So yeah, maybe you should take Brenda on Loose Women with you. What do you think?
We could have her in the background, couldn't we? See if anybody notices.
Yeah, that would be hilarious. To sneak Brenda onto ITV, that would be genius. It really would. So busy on everything in the show today. You're loving the adorable scoreable as well. This is brilliant. 25 different colours. 2 sheets of each, and think about the characters that we've got in here. Think about your snowmen, think about your polar bears, think about your penguins, think about your Santas. You got it all there, haven't you? Someone said as well that the robin's wings, there are wings in there. You could put those on. There's a robin, isn't there? And there's also, have we got an angel? No, we don't have an angel, do we? Do we? You could make an angel there. You could make angel wings.
Yeah. The wings of the robin to be angel wings.
Yes.
And you could use the stuff of the Santa Claus and the elf and whatnot to make into a little angel head.
So versatile.
Totally doable. Totally doable.
Massively versatile. Right, okay, let's do another. Let's do another, Sara. What are we going to do now?
Okay, well, I'm going to do the penguin, and I've returned your embossing folders over there. I think I'm actually going to do some. I think I want to emboss the penguin. So I think you'll have to send me the snowman one back.
Oh, which one do you want?
Right, so I want the snowflake one. The little snowflake one.
Little snowflake, right.
Right, so what we're going to do here, right, I've got a sheet of that adorable scoreable in the black, right? So I'm going to use the black, and I'll show you what I should have done for the other one, right? I'm going to take this off and cut this to the right width for here. So we're going to do 2 side pieces in the black, and then we're going to do the 2 top pieces in the white. So this is if you want to do, you know, like in the last one I told you I should have cut them in the same colour. This is how you would do it. Mm-hmm. Oh, and we can do the whole thing with the mini now, Derek. I'm going to do this whole project with the mini, okay?
Yeah.
So you get your mini out, and first of all we're going to use the folder. So the benefit of the mini, you see, is that it's basically a folder-based system instead of a plate-based system. So it's a lot easier because people who are just kind of new and starting out with this quite often don't know how to do, how to do the plates and whatnot.
Yeah.
Have a look. I'm going to have to just cut that top bit. Can you see? It's just a little bit. They're a tiny little wodge too long to go through here. So all you're going to do is do the first bit, and then just squeeze in that second bit, and I should have.
So you can reverse fine on the mini as well.
Yep, going to reverse absolutely fine. Cool. So you're going to do 2 of the white, and then also I'll show you we're going to do 2 of the black. So I'm just losing my die in there, and all you're going to do. So can you see if I cut this down to pretty much the right size?
So would you always just stick with one layer in the mini, because we talk about being able to do multiples in the electric machines?
So I'll tell you why, because I've also only done 1 layer when we've done this through the Gemini, and there is method to my madness, right?
Go on.
Whenever you've got something that has score lines as well as cut lines, I don't like to put multiple layers in, because the extra pressure can mean that you end up cutting through your score lines, and that's what you don't want to do. You don't want to cut through them score lines.
Right, so that's specific to this type of die.
Specific to when you have a score line in. That's it, exactly.
Right, okay, get it.
And then I'm going to take this one and I'm going to emboss my little penguins, the sides of the penguin. So remember what I was doing here? I was just taking it up to that line there. Yeah. And then when you do the embossing, that's when you add in the purple shim. So just because a regular embossing folder isn't as thick as a 3D embossing folder. So there's one black, and do you know what? I've got another black one here. See if you're watching me cut that out. I'll do the same again, and I'll emboss the other black one as well.
Fabulous.
Lovely.
It's so good to get these techniques and to get those questions answered about the Gemini at the same time, isn't it? Because if you've been thinking about having one just to one side, or one that if you're going on holiday and whatever, you don't necessarily want to take the big Gemini, to the camper or something like that. Might take up a lot of, when you're a bit squadged for space, if you're in a camper or an RV or something like that. It's brilliant to have the mini. It's great to know those little tips and tricks, and any questions you've got about that, keep them coming during the show as well. Pam says, I think I can answer this question actually. Wow. Do you know what? I've been here long enough to be able to answer questions now, Sara, and everything.
I know. Right in there now.
Well, yep. Pam said, can you use the sparkle pens on the ornaments too? Well, I don't see any reason why not. I mean, I think you could pretty much throw anything in terms of mediums on the outside of these. Anything you want, go for gold. Absolutely go for it. Not the colour gold, I mean just like anything you want to. Just
gold sparkle pens would look brilliant.
Yeah, of course it would.
Gold sparkle pens would look great.
Yes.
So I'm dying to see one done in acetate as well. I think that's a brilliant idea, doing one in the acetate. So right, here we go. Then remember, all I'm doing is shaping. So at this point here, I bring them and just shape them all out like this, and they just kind of find their way a little bit easier. Now, with the penguin, what we're going to do is, see these come over the side. Oh, he looks so good with his embossed sides. He's very, very professional. So what we're going to do is we're going to give him some little hands. So these on the extra piece, these are his little hands, okay? You've got on here, can you see, you've got a carrot nose, we've got the pointy nose. I'm going to do him a little pointy nose in the orange. And then this is what you do his face with. So we're going to do base in the black, and then we're going to do his face in the white. So you can watch me do all the little bits of cutting out, Derek, and we'll assemble the top together.
Okay, well, I'm just going to just address a couple of things while we're doing that then, Sara. First of all, we'll congratulate with Carol, who says, I'm not quite sure how this has happened, but I seem to have gone triple platinum during lockdown.
Oh, congrats.
Carol, well done. Absolutely amazing. Secondly, Tricia says, do all the creatures come with the collection? And the answer is yes, if you're going for that bundle there, because obviously the main worker die is for the Santa Claus, the elf and the reindeer, isn't it? So that covers all the elements for those three. And then I always forget their name, the Jolly Quartet, that does your Robin, your snowman, your polar bear, and the penguin as well. So that's how all of those come together, all as one, as all of the characters. You can buy individually, so you can buy the worker die with the Santa, the elf, and the reindeer on its own. See, it's difficult to do. See, that's why the bundle is just so easy. Just go for the bundle. It's just so much easier. And that means you've got all bases covered. So everything you're seeing Sara do, all the little elements that she's cutting out right now, you've got them all. And actually, as lots of people are pointing out in the comments, these are great for Christmas, but you know, the actual box concept itself, it's going to be an all year round thing, isn't it?
Well,
it's going to be
I was thinking they'd be brilliant for Halloween, Derek, as well. I know, they celebrate Halloween in a big way in the US, and yes. I think the UK are we're getting there as well, guys.
Or you can make little pipe cleaner spiders for the outside of your boxes and everything. I come on,
nice.
Yes.
Bring it on. You sound like someone who's big into Halloween.
Oh, I love it, actually.
Yeah.
I love it. I love being on telly around Halloween time as well, because you get the chance to dress up.
Yes. Oh, dressing up. Oh, you like dressing up, Derek. Oh, now you've started something.
There are limits.
I don't know if you saw at Easter, Joe and I got outfits and dressed up as the Easter Bunny. I was the Easter Bunny, he was the Easter chick. So yes, so now that I know you like dressing up, hello, we could have loads of fun.
Maybe I should have kept that one to myself, eh?
Loads of fun.
Halloween dressing up, love.
Right, can you see what I've done? I've just popped these little hands in there, and they actually look super cute just popping out. So I've got those two little bits popping out. Then I'm going to do his face. So this comes on here, and you're going to get lots of tape all the way around here. And then he comes around. You can see how the penguin shape's kind of created on here. And then I'm going to get my little bit of glue, and we'll put his eyes on. And then if you want to give him eyebrows as well, you've got all the eyebrows come out here too. So you've kind of got all the options here. But I like to put his eyes on. And then that silver pen, have I put mine away? Yes, I have. Here it is. The silver pen is brilliant for adding the little bit inside of his eye as well. Can you see? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just fold his beak up, and so that it's nice and 3D, and use a little bit of that 3D glue gel to pop his little nose on.
Oh, Sara, do you know what? I'm glad you're enjoying this show, because I'm not sure how many shows you're going to be able to demonstrate these again and again and again and show everyone all the different ideas, because we are now talking on this big bundle here, we are now talking half of the stock has gone. So completely sold out on Create and Craft this morning. They have no stock whatsoever currently. We are half of our big show bundle gone. Massive amounts of them when they were launched on HSN on Tuesday.
Gone.
So yeah, so I don't know how many times you're actually going to be making these.
I think it's probably worth being upfront and explaining to everybody as well, because of coronavirus and the time it takes things to ship from China.
Yeah.
Products that are coming out now, if they sell out, I'm not sure that we'll have time to restock them before Christmas.
Oh gosh, yeah,
I don't know for definite. We'll probably be looking into it, given that they've sold out on launch day. On Create and Craft, for example.
Yes.
But we can't guarantee any shipments coming in now. The restocks would arrive in time for Christmas, unless we air freight everything in. Which obviously
that's a very good point, Sara, actually, because having worked on lots and lots of different channels over the years, there's certain markers in the year where you need to know if you need product by a certain time. So obviously you don't want Christmas stock arriving in the middle of December, especially when you're talking crafting, because by then it's kind of
everybody's done.
We're too late. We're 3 months behind already.
Well, we launched Christmas in July.
Yeah.
June, actually, we launched Christmas in June.
Yeah, it needs to be there, doesn't it?
Yeah, so for us, we're now getting towards the end of our Christmas season, believe it or not. So here we go. So there's his little head. I'll stick on there. And then actually what I'm going to do is give him like a little holder as well. So look, what you can do is you can take these extra bits here, Derek, right? And this would, if you just want to die cut, I love having all these little scraps of paper. They take absolutely no doing at all, you see. So we can take this, just cut out one of the scraps, and then we haven't used the stamps yet. So I haven't had a chance to show people how awesome the stamps are that go with them, and the stamps come in the kit as well.
Yeah, of course.
So if you want the stamps, let's just put.
I've just had a little idea as well.
Go on.
It's a daft one. It's a really daft one. But just considering everything that's happened this year, you could kind of mark it as a kind of souvenir type of thing, couldn't you? You could make your little elf and you make your little Santa a little face mask as well. Because, if we're still in this situation at Christmas, it just makes it normal for the kids as well, doesn't it? It means that, Santa's also wears his face mask as well. I mean, obviously, when you were developing this product, it was long before all of this kind of caper started, because otherwise there would have been a die in there for a face mask for the characters. But do you know what? You could have great fun making them, couldn't you?
You really could.
Great fun.
You really could. Right, I'm going to go naughty or nice in the middle of here. And then to tie it all in, I'm going to get a nice orange ink pad. Yes, I think the honey pot will be just absolutely perfect.
Can I ask you a quick question, Sara?
You can ask me any questions you want.
On Shannon's behalf,
yes.
On YouTube, she says her mini plates have a purple plate too. What's that for?
Yes, so that's the one that we've just used for when we've done the embossing. So if you want to emboss with your mini and you're using a regular embossing folder, you add it through. Hopefully that question might have kind of been sent through from our social media experts before they saw me do that. And you'll realise that what I was just showing you when we did the embossing on here, we added the purple plate in there. Yep.
Fabulous.
In fact, so if it's a 3D,
you don't need to.
I happen to have one here.
Oh, perfect.
That we've got. So if you want to do an extra. So where I'm using a regular embossing folder, if you were to send this through your mini now, right? Well, look, it's got no pressure, right?
Okay.
So you add in the purple one, and that gives it enough of a bite that when we send that through, that then gives you that lovely emboss.
So if it's a 3D one, there's more depth in it because of the nature of 3D. If it's a regular embossing folder, just needs that extra, it's just like an extra carrier, isn't it? Just to give that pressure as it goes through. Good question, though.
Really good question.
Fab.
Right, so I'm just finishing off this naughty or nice, and I think we'll just put some little dots around.
I'm not sure if we should change that stamp in probably our case, Sara, and definitely in Joe's case as well. I think change the or to and.
Naughty and nice. Yes, I think that's a really good idea.
I don't think it's a one or the other. I think it's definitely a both, don't you think?
So this is how I would add, if you wanted to add like little sentiments onto here. This is how I would do them. I'd just do, that'll go onto there. That will just go perfectly. I think we'll use some 3D glue gel, and we'll just have the penguin. Oh, do you think the penguin might be able to hold this?
I had half an idea as well that for him you could also make him little envelopes, couldn't you, to hold the penguin to hold with like the grandchildren's names on them or whatever. That would be so cute. Like it was a little penguin postman. You could give him a postman's cap as well, couldn't you? With that die that makes the cap one. Yes,
and then also you could make these you could put like money or gift vouchers inside the box.
Yeah.
So you could have them, like you say, holding the little grandkids or your little friends' details, and then they could be holding the details. Isn't that lovely?
Nice.
Cute?
Nice.
Love it.
Producer Johnny says, well, I know he's thinking it. He didn't actually say it yet, but I know he's thinking it. A little Christmas bonus from the boss would go in one of those quite nicely. Sara, what do you think of that?
Obviously, that would work lovely.
With some fudge naturally as well, but you know, £50 notes, they fold up really small these days because they're now made of plastic, aren't they? So you know, you can put those in with the fudge. That's no problem whatsoever. I haven't seen one of those. In fact, in the new, because we now have, I don't know how it is in the US, but now in the UK, instead of like paper money, we have like plastic money now. It's just really difficult because it flies all over the place. If you've got more than 3 notes in your pocket, you'll lose one of them because they're like plastic. Is there a plastic £50 note? I haven't seen a £50 note for about 15 years, to be honest with you, but I don't know. I can't be trusted with things like that anyway. Got another little one here.
Oh, yes.
From Carol, another idea and genius, and I can't believe this hasn't come up yet. But with the main die itself, what does it lend itself to look like and to be decorated like that's really related to the Christmas table? The Christmas pudding. You could make little Christmas pudding boxes, couldn't you?
Of course.
I'm loving all the ideas. I love that. You've just got to listen. If you're like me right now, and I came in here to, and I use this term very loosely, to work. Do you know what I mean? I mean, don't let Sara hear you say that. But like, I'm coming here to work. That's inverted commas. But to be honest, I'm lucky enough to be paid to stand here and just have a great time with you and just, you know, shoot the breeze with you and share the ideas. I didn't come in to buy something today. But like lots and lots of you, it's like, well, when you see all the ideas and when you see how easily it all comes together and when you see how many different directions you can take it, and yes, it's a festive kit, but you can use it all of the year round. And yes, you've got all of the little elements so that you can give, you know, you can give Elf a cool cap. You can put the beard on the reindeer, beard from Santa's beard on the reindeer. It's one of those again where you can mix and match all the elements. How much are you in love with this? As much as me? If you are, well, I know you are, because we're talking about over half of the stock. Now that started, when we started, the first time I wrote down how much stock had gone when we started at the beginning, we were looking at about a quarter of the stock. Now we're looking at half the stock, and we're talking, it's an hour and a half later. It's a big stock. We're not talking about, we don't just have like a box of 10 of these sitting in the warehouse. Do you know what I mean? Oh, we've sold 5 of them, that's it. Half the stock gone. Scream the house down. No. We are talking massive, massive numbers. And how cute is this? How cute is this for your Christmas? Now let's think about some of the ideas that people have been sharing on the messages, just in case you've just joined us. So making favours for weddings. Now, aside from Christmas, you know, making wedding favours, making little gifts, you know, for people that you know. And then come Christmas time, think about making them as the little festive ornaments that go on the tree. Decorate them up like the one that Sara just made with the little penguin there. Put the grandchildren's or the children's name on the bauble. Put this in the tree. Go get them, find their bauble with their name on it, with a little gift in for them. How incredible would that be? I mean, there's so many different ideas as well that we've had, and all the gorgeous characters. £38, $47. Listen, while it's in your mind, while it's fresh in your mind right now, while it's launching, I mean, this is the first time we are seeing them on Crafters TV, is right here, right now. Launched only 3 days ago on HSN, 3 hours ago on Create and Craft, sold out completely. This is now the only place to achieve this bundle, is via our website directly. Now, other things that are in the show today as well, essentials. If you're buying the main bundle for the Giftables, you will have a tape pen in there, but you're always going to need more. You're always going to need more because they are your go-to. So here's your bundle today. So 2 of the dotty tape and 2 of the tape runner pens. Tape pens. $13.97. $19.89. Absolutely brilliant. I mean, fantastic. The dotty pen's great for sticking down those more detailed sort of lacy dies, and then your tape runner pen, just brilliant because the glue is so super strong. Then we've got your adorable scoreable, and now you look at the colours in the adorable scoreable sheets that you have here. Remember, there are 25 colours and 2 of each, and look at the colours that you've got there: the reds, the browns, the greens, the blues. Think of all the characters that are in the Giftables. So your Santa and your snowman and your polar bear and all of the little accoutrements and bits and pieces and way of decorating them. £10.79, $14.84. I must get that in my basket today as well, definitely in my cart. We've also got the embossing folders bundle as well. Oh look, I've got all 5 back. Hooray! That hasn't been happening much. That's brilliant. So remember, you've got 4 of these. Well, it's 3 of these, isn't it? Are your Christmas ones, which are absolutely brilliant. You've got a lovely floral one, plus you've got the Rick Rack as well. So there's a 3D in there as well, brilliant, which I love. I love the Rick Rack. The Rick Rack's just brilliant. £13.50, $19.50 on that one. And again, so popular. Now we've got half an hour. I love this show. I love that we're getting to see so much in this show, Sara.
It's just nice to be able to take our time and look
Yes.
in detail. And what I've loved is you sending us your ideas.
Love it.
And then quite often I've been able to show someone what you're meaning by what you're saying, so that it's not just me demonstrating, it's like you guys are demonstrating as well, isn't it? Do you know what we'll have to do, Derek? We'll have to put this on a craft house.
Definitely.
And then we'll have to have some people come and join us live and share their ideas live. So if you are getting these today and you'd love to be part of one of our craft house shows and come in live on the show, just email us, studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk, and just put in the subject line craft house and say you've bought these and you're desperate to come on the show. And when we plan these in a few weeks in a craft house, we could be ringing you and having you live on the show as well. Right. I thought we would do another one. We'll go right back to the beginning, right where we started, but I'd show you another one, and we'll make it into the Christmas elf this time instead of the Santa Claus. But it could be exactly the same because I'm going to use the nice red shade. So elves don't have to be green, they could be red as well. So, and I know, I've been to Lapland and met some actual genuine elves, right?
Oh.
So here we go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these out, and I'm going to do let's have a look, I'm going to do the two big ones in the dark. Can you see I've got a dark red and then a lighter, like kind of pink shade. So I'm just going to cut these one at a time and send them through. So it might take me a little bit longer, Derek. But
That's
we
all
have
right.
the time on the show.
Well, how many seconds longer?
How
Not
many
that
seconds
many.
longer? About 20 seconds longer.
Oh, I'm not sure if we've got that time. You know, you've got very important things to do, Sara, today as well.
Yes, Loose Women will just be starting, actually.
Do not forget, everyone, as well, if you're watching us in the UK right now, as soon as we finish the show at 1 o'clock, we'll all go and stand in front of the telly and go and watch ITV. I don't need to because I can listen through the wall. You can go and switch on your TV if you're in the UK and get onto ITV, which is pretty much it's the biggest commercial network in the UK. And Sara will be there on Loose Women talking about, I don't know. She's not even giving me a clue what she's talking about.
Do you want me to tell you what I'm talking about?
Yeah, go on.
Go on, I'll tell you.
Go on.
So they have decided, so while we've been in lockdown, obviously a lot of people haven't been doing their jobs and a lot of people have been getting into craft. And a lot of those people are turning their hobby, the craft, into a small business. So they want me to come on and talk about craft, you know, how do you turn your craft hobby into a business? So actually, it could be quite interesting and good for those of you who maybe do that already or are wanting to do that and having a few little hints and tips on where to start like that. Because obviously I've got my, I'm wearing my Crafter's Companion hat, so I'm wearing my craft hat, but I'm also wearing my dragon hat. And for those of you that are watching in the US, so Dragon's Den, the show that I'm on here in the UK, is the same as your Shark Tank show, except we call ourselves dragons, which I think is much nicer than sharks. So,
I don't know. I don't know. I'm never comfortable referring to you as a dragon, Sara, because you're so far away from a dragon and the connotations of a dragon.
Oh, you haven't experienced dragon, Sara, yet then, Derek.
Well, yeah, but listen, in the UK, when you refer to someone as a dragon, it's usually, and I don't mean to be rude or offensive to anyone here when I say this, but quite often you hear people say it in conversation when they might be talking about a mother-in-law. Do you know what I mean? That's quite often.
I've
they go,
never called my mother-in-law
No,
a dragon.
I know you wouldn't,
never.
Sara.
I've got to say that because she's probably watching. Can I just show you, by the way, one of these I've embossed, and I've embossed it with one of our 3D embossing folders. Wow. How fabulous does that look?
That's like quilting, isn't it?
I had to do that already because I'd stuck some gems on as well, which we needed to let them dry.
Beautiful.
So I did that one earlier. So I've just done one of them embossed on the front. So you'll now see me put the whole... Actually, before I do that, I've left a little bit on here. And look what I've done here. This little bit that gets left over, you can cut that little bit, this is where it comes in so handy, having your Gemini Mini, because look, that will then literally squeeze through your Gemini Mini, and you can make the belt ready to go on the front of the little elf's top as well.
And remember that, so that die that's going through right now, I mean, that's got a dual life as well. Well, many more than two as well, because that's actually Santa's belt, isn't it?
Santa's belt, little elf's belt.
Yeah.
That one's going to go, you see, it just fits perfectly in that gap. I've actually got one that I've already made sticky, and I just stuck a nice little jewel on the front. I got a bit carried away with this one. It was nice. I got away with the jewel, got carried away with the jewels on it.
How classy
just
is
using
that?
all sorts of bits and pieces. This is what I love about them. You can use all sorts of bits and pieces that you just have lying around the house. Look what else I had from that Sara signature from the Crafty Fun range. I found some of the Rick Rack that we do. Can you see? With little bits on. I thought that looked lovely. So I'm going to do that. And I think I can stick this on with a little bit of tape.
Do you know, before you put the Rick Rack on, that you could stop there, and that would be great for dinner party guests, wouldn't it?
It would, wouldn't
how
it?
grand would that look?
And I'm going to just stick that behind there so that it's kind of like all, can you see, it's all kept in place there. Oh, maybe put it a little bit too tight. There we go. And they're just going to stick. So there it's good. I've done all my decoration to the front panel before we go ahead and stick this together now. There we go. So I'm going to just stick these in place like you've seen me do with all the other ones, Derek.
So many different ideas. Liz on Facebook. I mean, listen, you're in such good company, Liz, on Facebook. Just couldn't resist the festive giftables. Just don't tell the bank manager. I don't think they have them anymore, to be honest, Liz. I wouldn't worry these days. I think it's all computers these days. I don't know if banks have managers. Last time I had a call from a bank manager, I think it was something like 16 or 17. So don't worry about that. I don't think they have those anymore. Oh, that was interesting. What was all that? What's going on? Ooh, very interesting. A Crafters TV thing just whizzed across the screen there.
Ooh, exciting
By magic.
times. So I think someone's getting a bit slap happy with the buttons through in the other room. Right, here we go. So there is my box ready to go together, you see. So that's going to just bend, these two pieces bend. These two pieces are just going to bend and shape up. And you see, it takes seconds. That's what I love about each of these, Derek. It literally takes seconds to put these together, which is why if you are doing loads of them as like, let's have a look, I'll just squeeze you out there. If you are doing a lot of ones that are, you know, for advent calendars or things like that, you don't mind because they don't take that long to do. So there's the bottom of my little naughty elf as he was, right? Mm-hmm. Let's do the rest of him. So with the elf one, you see, this is going to be his face. We're going to need his little eyes, nose and mouth and whatnot. Then this is to go, so what you do is you do the hat. It's the same hat as what we've got for Santa Claus, but I'm just going to do the, can you see the little bit? So I've got some white cardstock here. I'm going to cut a couple of these little bits to go round his neck as well, round his neck and round his hat, just to have him looking all cheery.
Brilliant. So many people, more and more ideas, more festive ideas, but also wedding ideas as well. Barb on YouTube, she says you could emboss on black and white with wedding bells or something symbolising a wedding theme and use them as wedding favours. And I think that's such a good idea as well, because that can be a really complicated thing to do, and this makes it so simple, because you could turn that into a little production line, and whether it's sugared almonds or little chocolates or whatever it might be that your wedding favours are, and they just look the part on the table. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? You could actually find a way of, now here's a little thing. Absolutely brilliant. Do you know what you could do for this? And I've just had a brilliant idea. If you're this way inclined, what you could do is make the box, and you know there's a shaker card die, which is the cocktail glass, isn't there? So you could take the top half of the cocktail glass and make that as a shaker to coordinate in with that, and then have it on like a cake stand. You know how you have cupcakes on a cake stand? You could arrange them like that on the centre of each table for a celebration, couldn't you? Oh my! Do you know I'm going to leave a lie down with all these ideas, Sara?
I can tell it when you've got the creative juices flowing. You know, for someone who's only just been getting into craft the last couple of weeks, you are really getting into it, aren't you?
I've amazed myself, to be honest,
It
Sara.
It is lovely to see, let me tell you.
I'm loving, and
lovely.
I'm loving every minute of it as well. You know, I don't do jobs that I don't enjoy at all. This, for me, it's like I've just the right time, the right place. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
For me, especially with all the lockdown stuff and all the rest of it, I really get when people say, you know what, Crafter's Companion has so got me through what otherwise could have been, really, really tough. You know, craft and escape and just having the friendship as well and the fun that we have here, to be there every day and now to be here 7 days a week as well. And I know, and Sara, the reason you wanted to bring forward 7 days, we hadn't planned to go 7 days for probably a while longer, but with the whole lockdown thing, we just thought, actually, you know what, people want us as much as possible. So let's do it. And I think this is amazing. It's a lovely world to disappear into, Sara.
Isn't it just? And do you know what, Derek, I can tell you, it just gets better. It just gets, the more you get into it, the more ideas you have, the more crafty friends you make, everything just gets better and better as you're going. Right,
Deborah's all ready. She's watching you on the phone now, and she's got the big telly ready for ITV in the UK, because Sara is on ITV after 1 o'clock. So after the show, so you don't need to dash off just yet. Listen, if Sara's not here, that's where she's gone. So I'll keep you abreast of that. So you should be all right to stay with us to the end of the show at 1 o'clock in the UK, and then Sara. We'll all go over to ITV. Well, I won't. I'll just watch through the window here. I'm the only one that gets like a ringside seat.
Derek, you know what you could do? You could social media it. So you could give everybody the behind the scenes scoop. I'm just going to get some blusher for him.
That's a very good idea.
You could totally get
I
on.
thought you were getting some blusher for me then. I was like, am I looking pale? She means the elf. That's fine.
A little bit of blusher there.
I definitely could. I'd
You can
love
do
to.
some behind the scenes on Crafters TV and on your Derek Marks Instagram.
Yes.
And your Facebook.
Yeah, definitely. I will do that actually. Yes, I'll hang around, because anything to do with ITV around here gets everyone a bit giddy, doesn't it? You're not nervous though. You're just going to take it in your stride, aren't you, Sara?
I love
used
them.
to the network.
I love going on Loose Women. They're always good crack. They like a good bit gossip, so I'm right at home, to be honest. So, right, he's my little elf, and then look what I thought I'd do is just finish him off with just a little bit round there as well, if I got that even in the middle. Not quite. Just move that along a tiny little bit, and I just think it was really worth doing that embossing, because it really looks very effective there, doesn't it?
Doesn't he look smart?
There's my little elf.
It looks like his Christmas jumper, doesn't it?
Doesn't it look good? And do you know what? We haven't done bad, if you think, for the show. We've got the elf done. We did the penguin, and we did a little bit of embossing on the penguin. We did the gorgeous ornament, where we did all that lovely embossing with the spray and sparkle and everything on there as well. Let's have a look. I feel like I need a little stand to show me other ones up. But put me a little stand up here as well. We also did, I think the reindeer might be my favourite one. Did the reindeer, and we also did Santa Claus. That's not bad for like a launch day masterclass, getting all those 5 demos done.
That is awesome. And if you think about, all of the ideas and the inspiration that we've been given since we started the show nearly 2 hours ago, honestly, they have been coming in left, right and centre, those ideas, and so many of them. We've had, I've got here Carol Ann saying this is turning into an essential kit with all the all year round ideas. It's amazing. You've done amazingly, Sara. Love it.
And I can't wait till you start getting yours delivered, and then you can, everyone can send us the pictures of what you've done. I'm wanting to see someone do some acetate. I'm wanting to see someone do that trick where you cut a little bit away and put the tea light inside. I'd love to see a Christmas tree decorated with all the ones. I'd love to see some personalised ones that you do for individual friends and family. I'm going to make some fudge this weekend and do some little fudge gifts in some of mine as well, and gift the little pieces of fudge. What else? There's quite a lot of ideas. I want to see some for Halloween, people who are trying them for Halloween. I want to see them as kids' party favours, and you make them into like little clowns as well for parties. So I want to see all of your ideas. You can pop them onto my Facebook page or the Crafters TV Facebook page. But if I schedule for these to go into a craft house in a few weeks' time, We need you. We need some volunteers to come on the show. Send us some pictures and also some volunteers to come live on the show and maybe make one live with us on the show. I think that would be brilliant.
That would be so exciting. That would be brilliant. Thank you so much, Sarah. I'll let you go and get ready for the
yes, I'll go and
women.
zhuzh the hair a little bit, pop a little bit more lipstick and a bit of powder on, and get ready to dial in with the loose women. I am back up later as well this afternoon on Colour Me Happy. We've got another launch. It's like double launch day.
Yeah.
These are fabulous. And if you haven't already, go and download the free colouring sheets that go with Colour Me Happy. Because of the new launch, there was an extra exclusive design that has been made available free in the download. So
just for us.
Yes, but don't worry, you don't tune over yet. You still got to stay and chit chat with Derek. I've just got to go to the loo and judge my hair and whatever. I'm not actually on this until 1:15. So you've got plenty. We've got a good half an hour yet. We've got plenty of time, folks.
Right, fantastic. Right, go and get yourself together, you. I will see you this afternoon for Colour Me Happy, and it is a special one actually. Colour Me Happy this afternoon. You're going to love it. You're going to love the artwork in there. So do go and get that download. You can go right now, if you go to the Crafters TV page, so go to your Crafters Companion website. On the top row there, you can see Crafters TV over on that side of the website. Click on that and you'll be able to view the schedule, and that means you can look ahead into Colour Me Happy as well and go and get the download, because it's very, very much worth doing it as well. Now, listen. Don't go anywhere, because Sara's not on Loose Women for another half an hour yet. So stick around with me and we'll share those ideas that we've got for these wonderful, wonderful giftables. But we'll just take a little breather, just if you are checking out or you're just wanting to look ahead and download that download for later. Here's some details on Club Inspire, and come back and then we'll talk more fabulous ideas for these.
Welcome to Club Inspire, our free loyalty club. As a member of the club, you can save up to 20% every time you shop with us. For every £1 you spend, whether it's in one of our stores or on our website, you'll collect 1 loyalty point. The more points you have, the more benefits you'll receive. As a welcome present, we'll give you 20% discount with your very first order. Once you place your first order, you'll be given 250 points straight away, making you a bronze member. This will mean that you'll receive a 5% discount on all of your purchases until the end of the next calendar year, plus priority postage. 500 points takes you up to silver membership, where you'll get 10% discount plus free shipping when you spend over £20. When you get to 750 points, you'll become a gold member, which gets you a whopping 15% discount on every order, and we'll ship them to you completely free, no matter how big or small they are. Spend over £25 and we'll send them to you via our premium next day delivery courier service. When you reach 1500 points, you'll become a platinum member, giving you the same shipping benefits as a gold member, but with the added bonus of a massive 20% discount on all of your purchases. Now, on top of that, you'll receive exclusive discounts, sneak peeks of brand new products, special offers and money-saving vouchers. You'll have access to an exclusive secret Facebook group to meet like-minded friends, to find out information first and to be inspired by all the Crafty makes. We'll send you a completely free quarterly Digimag direct into your inbox, giving you lots of hints, tips, inspiration, additional offers and some sneaky behind-the-scenes gossip from the team. So what are you waiting for? Become a member of our club today.
Thank you, lovely Sara. I've got the whole studio to myself now. I could run down the other end if I wanted to. I could do. Shall I? I don't know what you'll look at in the meantime, Matt. I suppose you'll have to look at the other end until I get there. This is good, isn't it? Wow, I have never stood here before. I don't even know which camera to look at. Is it that one or is it that one? I have no idea. I'm scared. I'm going back. I'm going back to where I belong. But look at all of the wonderful giftables that Sara has made just in the show. So many of you are loving this. Do you know, it's really, really interesting because just as many of you are going for the complete bundle here. In fact, have we still got the little picture of everything that comes in this bundle, just that I can show you? So it's the worker die, which is the Santa die, and the Santa die makes the Santa the elf and the reindeer. I always have to keep that in my head. And then you've got the little jolly quartet. Now that is your polar bear and your snowman and your penguin and your robin, and it comes with all the individual elements as well, and they'll all be self-explanatory, by the way, because as you saw earlier, Santa's belt can be the elf's belt. It can be part of the decoration on the outside of the box as well. It can be so many different things. We saw Santa's beard earlier, which became part of the reindeer's sort of fur coming up to its neck. So it had a completely different use. It's brilliant. I love it. I love how also there was one of the dies for the top part, because there's two elements, because obviously the top part of the box, to make the cap for the box or the head for the character, is this die here. Now you can see, putting that little circle die on that, well, suddenly you've got a little handbag for one of your characters, haven't you? But if that die before the little tab is brought back in, actually makes like a little cap. I think it's absolutely brilliant. I love the fact that all of this has gone into one complete bundle as well, because we could have done this character by character and priced them individually character. You know, here is your Santa version, here is your reindeer version, here is your this version, that version, and that could have gone on and on and on. I love the fact that this one simple bundle does all of this. And bear in mind, we're talking festive right now. So yes, it does the elf and the reindeer and the polar bear and the robin and all of the Christmassy things. But remember, because the heads on the characters are that separate piece which come away, you're left with the main shape, which is essentially the box. So that's a snowman right now. But if I turn him round and just hide the tag for a second, there is a box which could be for anything, couldn't it? It could be for wedding favours. I love the way that's been embossed, by the way. It's absolutely beautiful. I don't know if you can see all the detail of the embossing there. It's really, really gorgeous. But then if I stick his head back on, as it should be, da, 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 da. You've got your snowman back again. I love the ideas that have come up during the show as well. I really, really love the idea, because you know when you buy an advent calendar, it's never big enough, is it? Never big enough. It's never right. It's never right shape. Or, you know, the spaces in it are too small. I love the idea of making an advent calendar. And of course you can add ribbons and strings to each one of these. But imagine, instead of an advent calendar being like a grid, like a real calendar, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, up to 24. Imagine these hanging down around in one particular room near the tree. You could have them all hanging at different heights and then have their numbers on them. And it just makes it nice and portable and nice and easy. I love the characters on these. I just love them. They are really, really good. Now, Johnny, I'm so sorry. I've forgotten completely and utterly what you want me to do next. Let me show you the embossing folders. Right, okay. Let me just do a bit of rearranging over here, because I'll have to... I was enjoying this while Sara was demonstrating away a little bit earlier. Let me take you through, just in a little bit more detail, that embossing folder collection that we've got for you on the show. I'm going to start with what is my favourite, which isn't a festive, but I absolutely love it. And we saw how versatile it was as well, which is this rick-rack. Now, you will use that as backgrounds. You'll use it in your festive projects. You'll use it in lots and lots of different ways as well, which is really, really good. So that is one of the 5 embossing folders. Then we go to more of a florally one. This one's called Holy Vine Swirl. So that's very, very sort of, you know, Victoriana, isn't it? It's very Victorian garden. You could use that with lots and lots of different stamps and dies that you've got, and really nice for embossing background. Then we start getting a little bit festive. We've got this one earlier that we saw Sara using to decorate up, because remember, you can decorate up if you're making like a Christmas ornament. You can take that embossing up to a certain point if you want to, and I think Sara did on a couple of the projects earlier. So you've got the little snowflake embossing folder that will go through all of your Gemini machines as well. Remember if you're using it in the Mini, you'll put the purple plate in with it as well. This one, little 3D embossing folder, looks invisible, doesn't it? What am I? Let's see. If I turn that around on the back, this one is called Twinkling Snowflakes. So it gives you, I don't know whether you can see, let's see if I can move that closer to the camera. Can you see that? Can you see the detail in that? So it's lovely snowflakes, but that's a 3D embossing folder. So if that's going through your Gemini, that can just go through with the cardstock in it alone. And then, look at that. Now you've got a full-on embossing folder there which is Sparkling Snow. So that's a nice little bundle if you think that you're getting that one, the 3D one, the other snowflake one, plus the vines, plus the rickrack. You're getting all 5 of those embossing folders, Snowman not included, but everyone's buying the bundles for those anyway, for the giftables. £13.50, $19.50. Isn't that a deal? Because wouldn't you expect one of these embossing folders on its own to be the best part of £10 or $12, something like that? Now, I don't know which way around these went back, so I'm just going to put them back there because they're all absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, it's totally wrong, Matt. Matt spent hours arranging these this morning, and I just put them back in any old-fashioned. There you go. Well, that doesn't look bad, does it? I mean, I've done it backwards and upside down, but it doesn't look too bad. Now, let's talk tape pen, shall we? Let's talk tape. Is she on air yet? No, not yet. Not yet. Sara's preparing for a Loose Women appearance, which is going to be happening in the UK on ITV. We're all very, very excited. So she's just next door getting ready, but she's not going to be on there for about another 15 minutes. So stick around with me. So here's your tape pen bundle for today. So you've got 2 of the Dotty tape pens and 2 of your extra strongs as well that give you the, I love these. We absolutely swear by these here. And they are like gold dust. They really are, because everyone wants them. They're so useful. So you use the Dotty one. You can see the impression that the Dotty one leaves. I'll just put that down for a second. It actually leaves dots of glue. It means you can use them to stick more intricate die cuts one to another, smaller details. Very, very strong glue as well. I remember Leanne saying when she was developing these as well, she went through 20 or 25 different types of glue until she was happy she had one that was strong enough. And that's why she believes this is the best tape pen in the craft business. $13.97 in the UK, $19.89. It's an absolute deal. It really is, because they go on and on and on and on. They really, really do. And you curse the moment when you've used that last bit, that last little silver. It happened to me this morning on a tape pen. The last bit, and then you get a little silver strip, and you know, oh no, disaster has struck. I mean, luckily, I'm here at Crafter's Companion, so I can go and get another one. But I can imagine being at home and running out and thinking, I need another one now. Anyway, so don't have that rage. Let's look at your adorable scoreable as well. This is brilliant to go with your giftables, because remember, you've got 25 different colours, 2 sheets of each. So for your box making, these are going to be perfect, because you've got all your festive colours in there. You've got your Christmas reds and greens and whites and everything you need for the Santas and the Robins and the reindeers and the elves and this, that and the other. But you've got lots of other colours in there as well. And it's really, really good quality card as well. It feels absolutely beautiful. Really does. It's got a really nice sort of density to it as well. £10.79. I must get one of those. Remind me, Johnny, when we finish the show, I must get a set of that if there are. We got good stocks. Good enough for me to have one, he says. Good. Right, marvellous. £10.79 or $14.84. Now, we have got some storage for you as well. So if you're like me and you're becoming a little, well, not necessarily disorganised, it's just that your collection gets bigger and your spaces to put stuff gets less. It's as simple as that. When you've filled up all the drawers and all the places that people can't see, then it starts invading the desk or the worktop or the dining room table that you're working on, doesn't it? And sometimes something like this is dead easy. And I like solutions like this as well, because they come to you nice and flat packed. It feels like it's a little bit eco-friendly, because they'll go on for years and years and years. £12.50, $16 on that one. We've got some other Totally Tiffany storage as well, which is all totally fabulous as well, by the way. Well worth having a look at our Totally Tiffany storage on the website at Crafter's Companion. So this is the Fab File, the A4 Fab File. This is really, really good. Again, it's good and sturdy storage. That's what I love about the Totally Tiffany storage. It's good and sturdy. You know what? It's built to last. And actually, it's nice and portable as well. So if you just want to take a few bits away to a class, you can get ink pads in there. You can get pens in there. You can get sheets of A4, your watercolour card, all kinds of bits and pieces. Do you know what? Three weeks ago, I'd have gone, oh, I don't know what I'd really put in that, and now I know exactly what I'd put in it. Do you know what I mean? Because I do some. Well, when I actually sit down and get something started, sometimes it's upstairs, sometimes it's downstairs, and you know you don't have to keep running between the two. It's brilliant. But this This, my friends, my word, this has been the absolute star of this show. We knew it would be. We knew it would be very, very popular. It was massively popular when it launched in the US on Tuesday on HSN. Create and Craft with Fiona this morning, a complete and utter sellout of our amazing giftables. If you didn't get to see the show, you came to us late, you can always go back and watch it again. Don't forget that. It'll be well worth that watch. And thank you so much for all of your lovely, lovely comments as well. So many of you just loving it. Liz says, I couldn't have said it better. A big thank you to Crafters Companion for getting me through lockdown. Thank you. We'll see you back for Colour Me Happy in 3 hours. And don't forget, if you're in the UK, look out on ITV in the next half an hour and you'll see Sara on Loose Women. Sara and I will be back with you here for Colour Me Happy in 3 hours. See you later.